So if you're moving here and you're looking to rent a place, you might want to get a real estate agent to help you, and you might be wondering why. There are so many self-service options. There's Redfin and Zillow and apartments.com and that website that I saw advertised on TV. Yeah, there's a lot of different self-serve options, and guess what happens when you go ahead and click on most of those listings? You're dealing with a realtor. Yeah, so get yourself one. And here's some of the reasons why. By the way, my name's Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a full-time Vegas YouTuber, and my wife and I are in a world of issues. We got to move out of our place in February, and there's a couple of things I've never discussed on the channel before, like the fact that we went through some medical stuff and our credit's not very good right now, and the fact that, like a lot of people in this great city, in this great country that we live in, we fell into that trap where we were on the razor's edge with almost no savings. So we have a friend of ours. His brother helped us get into the place that we have to move out of right now, and he's going to help us get into a place, and we're going to have him on the channel. But before that, I want to talk about why renting could be a good thing. So by the way, my name's Steven. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Full-time Vegas YouTuber. Love to help you guys out. Love to give you guys some ideas about the city, moving, relocating, tourist stuff. We do mini documentaries with highly edited videos, talk about the Raiders, the Golden Knights, and any other thing that happens news-wise in Vegas. So leave a comment below. Question of the day: what's your opinion on realtors? What's your take on realtors? What do you think about realtors? First things first, a realtor can help you avoid rental scams anywhere, especially in Las Vegas. There are hundreds of thousands of residential homes. There are hundreds of thousands of condo units in Las Vegas. And if you go on Craigslist or you go on somewhere where they don't take a chance to vet the property like a realtor can, you might be in trouble. So I had a conversation with somebody on Craigslist about 2 years ago looking to get into this place, and it sounded legitimate at first. He told me that he was just looking after the property for friends who lived out of town in California, Northern California. Then he said that I could take a look at the place. I thought, great. He told me, go find the keys. It's under this rock in this yard. Okay, that's weird. And then he told me they don't even check credit. They just need 6 months of rent payments up front. And at that point, I ran in the opposite direction. That is a big, giant, huge scam. You don't want to go into this situation getting scammed. Some people will just know that a house is vacant, have a locksmith friend, or trick somebody into thinking that they have access to the property, get a key, rent it to you, take 6 months of rent, and in the meantime, you're in a ticking time bomb situation where you have somebody coming up to the door who's one day going to open it and wonder why you are there, because somebody scammed you and took all your money. So when you go with a realtor, you have an overall bigger organization behind you. You have somebody that works with a real estate company, somebody who has access to the multiple listing services, somebody who talks the language of these folks and who can negotiate for you. Because let's be honest, not all of us are negotiators. Okay, I'm a negotiator. What I do is I talk to people and help them help themselves through timeshare tours. I've been doing different sales pitches my whole life, and doing it ethically is a great thing for you. If you have somebody and you have a unique situation like my wife and I, or you just don't know the best part of town to go to, or you have pets, animals, or you need a shorter lease, or you have anything else, a good real estate agent can help you negotiate a better deal at a place where you're going to be living, whereas you might just go, okay, well, those are your terms, and walk away. And everybody negotiates all day in life. This is going off the beaten path right now a little bit, off of our guided path, but everybody negotiates. Whether or not you are married, you had to negotiate the first date and then close the deal with the wedding ceremony at the end, but everybody is negotiating throughout their whole lives. Some people just do it professionally. Some people love to do it to help folks out, and some people, yes, are incredibly unethical. So make sure that you find a good realtor, because for every good car salesman, there's a bad one. For every good timeshare guy, there's a bad one. For every good real estate agent, there's a bad one, but it's amplified with real estate, money management, these things that really affect our lives and our living situations. And that's why we have such a love-hate relationship with bankers, real estate agents, these kinds of people. All right, so they're going to know Las Vegas. A good real estate agent's going to know Vegas. If you're relocating here because you got to work somewhere, looking to get a rental so you can know the market and buy a house later on down the line, they're going to know what part of town. You say, hey, I need to work near Aliante Station. Well, you don't go look at Aliante Station. Do you know all the zip codes near there? No. Real estate agent will be able to know the neighborhoods that are good, the ones that you want to get into, the ones where you can see some good experiences versus just kind of throwing darts at a board, wondering what zip code you're going to and where you should be. You don't want to have an hour-long commute in a city like Las Vegas. I hope your car never breaks down because you're going to be spending 2 hours on a bus every day while that car gets repaired, as an example. So good real estate agents know the city. They know how to find you what you're looking for. They also have access to things on the MLS that you probably don't have access to on Zillow, Redfin, or any other site that you're using, because houses on the MLS are often not on Redfin, but the ones on Redfin are almost always on the MLS. So you have a double down chance to get something with a real estate agent that knows what they're doing. Also, if you have a situation like us where we don't have a lot of money to move with, and that's what my big anxiety and my heart attacks are about, if you have a bad credit situation, they're going to be able to help you prep your credit. So if you think you're moving in February, contact a good realtor now. If you're going to be moving in April, they can sit you down with a credit repair person. You can even do it remotely. You don't have to be in real life. And they can help you move your credit up a little bit better so you have a better situation with less deposits, less down payments. And they're also going to be able to start looking for things that you might not see on those general listing sites on the internet and be able to help you prepare to move to Vegas and tell you an actual snapshot idea of realistically what you're looking into getting. They have lots of tools and resources through professional relationships that you may not have because that's not what you do for a living. And just like how a good lawyer knows a lot of different people, a good realtor knows a lot of different people. So it's always good to have a business professional on your side when you go into anything for negotiation reasons and for access to the people and tools that they have. Also, as I mentioned, they're a negotiator. If there's something strange in the neighborhood with your application, they're able to negotiate for you on your behalf. And they're going to want to get you into that property because most real estate agents, if they're booking it off the MLS and getting you a place, there's some money in it for them at the end. It's not the same as the 3% commission on a $300,000 residential unit that you're buying, but it's still a commission for them. So most, if not all, realtors that I've ever met would be willing to help you out as long as they have the time to do it and they can dedicate that to you and they can help you find that place and know that there is something in it for the end. The problem is a lot of real estate agents don't want to do this because they just want to chase down the 3% commissions on 300,000 and upwards homes. So they have a very specific set of criteria. So if you go with the most busiest real estate agent that brags about selling 50 or 60 homes a year in Las Vegas, you may not have a chance to work with that person, but if you find somebody who's really good at what they do, who's willing to take you on and show you some things and do some work for you, you're going to have a great experience, and they want to help you because they want to move you into a house at the end of the day sometime when it's right for you. And that's another thing too, the future relationships that you can form having somebody like that on your team. See, my real estate agent wants to help us. It's my friend Josh. He's going to be on the channel right here in a few days. My real estate agent wants to help us move into a place where we can find an affordable home payment and have our credit repaired. And he is going to do his best for us. And it's given us some certainty and some clairvoyance for the path ahead from us. Otherwise, it just seems like this big giant money thing that I see every time I close my eyes. But he's working with us. He's going to help our credit get better, and he's going to give us the idea of what we need to move, and we're going to start looking a little bit early. So it's always good to have somebody like that on your team. But how do you find a good real estate agent? That's really, really hard. I mean, I've seen all sorts of channels in Vegas with real estate stuff on them, but I've never really seen anybody talk about why you might want to hire one of these folks to help you rent a place. Because all these real estate agents, not all of them, but many of them, they're just looking for that big commission, as we mentioned a few minutes ago. So if they're just looking for a big commission, I recommend that you run in the opposite direction. If there's nobody out there willing to give you good advice on rentals, they're probably just worried about their big dollars, not their little dollars. But life is sometimes about forming little relationships with people that you can nurture and grow. And look, it's so easy. You go to the Star Nursery or you go to the Moon Valley Nursery here and you want to buy a tree. And you see this great tree, it's 12 feet tall, and you ask the price and they say that tree is $3,000. And you say, $3,000? That's crazy, it's a tree. And they say, yeah, but that tree is 15 years old. You can get this little tree over here, this tree is $200. It's only 3 feet tall, same kind of tree. But if you're willing to plant the tree, nurture it, make sure it takes off and takes root for the next 2 years, it's going to grow into a much larger, much more beautiful tree, and you're going to have something that you grew and nurtured. And it's going to bear the same fruit, but it might take some time. So that's what I'm looking to do with my friend Josh, my real estate friend, and hopefully we can bring him on the channel. He's already helped 2 people that have subscribed to me find places here in town. I referred them out, and I didn't charge anybody anything, and he didn't charge them anything. He just worked his butt off to help them find a better situation for themselves, which is what a good real estate agent will do. And maybe someday those people will buy a house, but during that process, he wasn't sitting there going, "Don't you want to buy a house?" He was just sitting there saying, "How can we help you and how can we serve you today?" So there's some benefits and some pros about hiring a real estate agent to help you find a rental in Las Vegas. Yeah, they're not easy to find, but sometimes you get that one angel that you form a relationship with and works with you forever. You get that little 3-foot tall tree, and before you know it, it's 20-foot tall, and your kids and your grandkids are playing underneath it, right? So, with that, thanks for watching my channel. I gotta go out and do my job. I'm glad I did a video because it's made me smile, and we'll talk to you guys in another one. Sound off in the comments below. As always, like, share, subscribe. Sharing this video is the best thing you can do for any video on YouTube, and I thank you for watching. I look forward to very much more. Bye-bye.